A few years ago, whenever Barcelona was mentioned, the first name that came to mind was Messi, and vice versa. This was because Messi had dominated the club for over 12 years as its centerpiece. Barcelona was built around Messi, largely thanks to his early managers, particularly Pep Guardiola, who greatly influenced the Messi project. This centralized system played a pivotal role throughout Messi's career, helping him win numerous trophies and awards, including 6 Ballon d'Ors during his time there. It was also pivotal in his famous rivalry with Cristiano Ronaldo. While Messi was surrounded by teammates who knew how to play to his strengths, allowing him to excel for years, Ronaldo moved across 3 different clubs during their rivalry. This same system also explains why Messi didn't fully meet expectations at PSG. PSG already had their own star, but Messi, being the main man at Barcelona, suppressed a lot of good careers. Knowingly or unknowingly? I don't know, maybe you watch this video as we go through these players and tell me at the end of the video. Starting with Thierry Henry and Samuel Eto'o, both of whom formed an attacking trio with Messi. Messi was consistently the main man, even during their treble-winning 2008 to 2009 season. And make no mistake, Henry and Eto'o were putting up big numbers too. For example, in Henry's first season at the club, he actually outscored Messi. And in the treble-winning season, Eto'o scored 36 goals, just 2 shy of Messi's total. Yet, when it came to the headlines, it was always Messi, especially in key moments. Take the Champions League final against Manchester United, for instance. Eto'o scored the opening goal, yet Messi's header in the 2-0 win got all the glory. To this day, people still talk about Messi's header, but rarely mention Eto'o's crucial opener.
How was it playing in the same team as Lionel Messi?
I go further, Gary. My thing was I didn't want to disappoint.
You didn't want to disappoint him.
You have to be dumb not to understand that you need to run for this guy. If I look in the mirror and it's me, the main guy, okay, it's me. But it was Leo. So, Samuel Eto'o or whoever, but mainly for the you will say that it was Messi's team. Let's all be honest. You don't have to, but take your effing ego on the side. Whatever you did before or you didn't do, when you arrive at Barcelona, you didn't win anything. What did you win, Thierry? Nothing. So you look, you're like, okay, we're gonna run for this guy. Okay, you're gonna run for this guy, and this guy on the top of everything scores 4 every game. You have to be dumb and stupid to turn around and go like, oh, me too, me too. No. It's all right. I'll do my things. I'll put pressure. I have to score my goals also because I'm not a nobody too.
While Henry realized early on how things worked at Barcelona, it took Eto'o another season to understand the same. Pep Guardiola was a huge fan of Messi and wanted to build the team around him, which led to clashes with Samuel Eto'o. Guardiola even wanted to sell Eto'o in 2008, but he stayed for another season. Guardiola had a vision where Messi was the focal point of the attack, allowing him to move more centrally as an inverted winger or false 9. This transition marked a shift in Barcelona's tactical structure. Messi's ability to drop deep, create chances, and score goals was the key to Guardiola's more fluid, positional style of play. Unfortunately, this vision wasn't compatible with Eto'o's role as a traditional number 9. Though Eto'o was a prolific goal scorer, there was less room for a dominant striker with Messi's evolving role. Despite Eto'o's critical contributions during the treble season, Guardiola decided it was time to move him on. He was traded to Inter Milan in a swap deal for Zlatan Ibrahimovic in 2009. This decision further cemented Messi's role as the focal point of the attack, but Guardiola didn't know he was about to face a new challenge. Zlatan was seen as a marquee signing who could provide strength, flair, and finishing as a traditional center forward. In his first few months, Ibrahimovic thrived. He scored 11 goals in his first 14 La Liga matches, including a memorable winning goal in El Clasico against Real Madrid. While Ibrahimovic was performing well initially, Lionel Messi's role in the team started to shift during the season. Guardiola began to deploy Messi more centrally in a false 9 role, a position that allowed Messi to drop deeper into midfield, roam freely, and be the focal point of the attack. This move had a direct impact on Ibrahimovic. As Messi started to dominate the central spaces, Ibrahimovic was pushed out wide, often into less effective positions. Messi's growing influence on the team left Ibrahimovic frustrated, as he felt his strengths as a central striker were being wasted. Ibrahimovic's dissatisfaction grew as he found himself sidelined in key moments. The turning point came in April 2010 during the Champions League semi-finals against Inter Milan. Guardiola left Ibrahimovic on the bench for much of the game, and Barcelona were eliminated, leading to further tension.
There was a dressing room incident after Barca lost to Inter, and it's alleged that you threw a training kit box across the room.
Yeah.
At Guardiola, is that true?
Versus him, yeah.
Did you hit him?
No, he didn't hit.
How did he
But
react?
was a message? No, he stepped out of the locker. He would not confront.
Ibrahimovic famously said in his autobiography that Guardiola sacrificed him to make Messi the center of the attack. In his words, "You bought a Ferrari, but you drive it like a Fiat," describing how he felt Guardiola wasn't using him properly. He also suggested that Messi asked Guardiola to move him to the center of the attack, subtly implying that Messi's growing influence on the manager's decisions contributed to Ibrahimovic's marginalization. Ibrahimovic's chaotic time at Barcelona finally came to an end just after only one season as he moved to AC Milan in 2010. Meanwhile, Messi's role as the central figure in Barcelona's attack became even more pronounced after Ibrahimovic's departure. In the 2010-11 season, Messi scored 53 goals, firmly establishing himself as the world's best player and validating Guardiola's decision to build the team around him. Another player who found himself overshadowed by Messi's dominance was David Villa. When Villa joined Barcelona from Valencia in 2010, he was already a proven goal scorer and a key addition to the attack. Alongside Messi and Pedro, Villa formed a formidable trio, but Messi was always at the heart of it, playing centrally as a false nine. In his first season, Villa netted 23 goals in all competitions, including a stunning strike in the Champions League final against Manchester United, helping Barca lift the trophy. Villa, like Zlatan Ibrahimovic before him, he had to adapt to a more supportive role on the wing to accommodate Messi's central dominance. By the 2011-12 season, Messi's goal scoring exploded with 73 goals, while Villa, battling injuries and playing out wide, faded into the background. Even though Villa was crucial in linking play and making key runs, it was Messi who thrived. Tensions between Villa and Messi surfaced in the 2012-13 season, with Messi notably frustrated with Villa's decision-making during a La Liga match against Granada, reportedly telling him, "Pass the ball faster." This reflected the immense pressure Villa felt playing next to Messi. Villa's serious leg injury in December 2011 sidelined him for much of the season, and Messi carried the team, breaking records. When Villa returned, Messi's position as the focal point was untouchable, reducing Villa's role. Although he still contributed, Villa left for Atletico Madrid after the 2012-13 season. On the other hand, Alexis Sanchez was also facing the same issues as David Villa, shifting his playing position and all the rest. And in fact, in that same season where Messi scored 73 goals, Sanchez scored 14 goals. An impressive number, but one that paled in comparison to Messi's dominance. Sanchez was often moved around different attacking positions to make room for Messi's free role, a trend that persisted throughout his time at the club. Ultimately, Sanchez's time at Barcelona ended in 2014, with his departure heavily influenced by the arrival of Luis Suarez and Neymar Jr., who had signed a year earlier. Messi's dominance, even after Guardiola's departure, clearly indicated that truly the Messi project was working. Another pair of players who faced Messi's overwhelming presence were Neymar and Luis Suarez. Neymar, who joined Barcelona in 2013 as a highly rated young talent, arrived with huge expectations. However, playing alongside a four-time Ballon d'Or winner came with its challenges. During his first season, under Tata Martino, Neymar played on the left wing while Messi, in his usual false nine role, orchestrated the attack. Neymar's job was clear: support Messi, create chances, and finish when possible. The system revolved around maximizing Messi's impact, and Neymar accepted his supporting role, at least initially. Then in 2014, Luis Suarez arrived, forming the iconic MSN trio alongside Messi and Neymar. Suarez thrived as a striker, while Neymar remained on the left wing and Messi continued to dominate as the focal point. Even though Neymar and Suarez had brilliant individual performances, Messi received most of the attention and credit for the team's success. This dynamic worked well for Suarez, who built a strong friendship with Messi and was content in his role. But for Neymar, who aspired to be the best in the world, it created tension. No matter how well Neymar performed, Messi remained the face of the team. A prime example is the 2014-15 season when Neymar scored 39 goals and helped Barcelona win the treble, including a brilliant performance in the UCL final against Juventus. Despite his efforts, Messi's 58 goals and leadership earned him the Ballon d'Or, with Neymar finishing third behind Cristiano Ronaldo. Sincerely, if you compare Neymar's 39 goals and 3 trophies that season to the current Ballon d'Or contenders, I'm sure they can't even get close to him in the rankings, but Messi was an absolute beast as he scored 58 goals in that season. In all the years they played together, Neymar was always below Messi when it came to the Ballon d'Or rankings. The 2016-17 Champions League round of 16 second-leg match against Paris Saint-Germain is one of the most iconic games in football history. Barcelona went into the match having lost the first leg 4-0 in Paris. The return leg at the Camp Nou seemed like an impossible task. But Barcelona produced a miraculous comeback, winning 6-1 to advance 6-5 on aggregate. Neymar was the key figure in this historic comeback. He scored 2 goals and assisted the dramatic winning goal for Sergi Roberto in the dying moments of the match. Neymar's performance was widely seen as his best in a Barcelona shirt, with his brilliance in those final minutes almost single-handedly dragging the team to victory. Despite Neymar's heroics, the headlines the next day were dominated by Messi. After the match, an image of Messi standing triumphantly on the pitch with fans celebrating around him became the iconic symbol of the comeback. The media largely focused on Messi as the leader and face of Barcelona's success, even though Neymar had been the standout player in the match. Neymar's role in the PSG comeback highlighted his immense talent, but the lack of recognition he received after the match became a turning point in his Barcelona career. Neymar was reportedly frustrated that, despite his incredible performance, Messi continued to be seen as the leader and received the majority of the attention. This underappreciation fueled Neymar's desire to leave Barcelona and step out of Messi's shadow. In August 2017, Neymar made a shock move to Paris Saint-Germain for a world record fee. Neymar's decision to leave was driven by his ambition to be the main star at PSG and to pursue individual glory, such as winning the Ballon d'Or, something that would be difficult to achieve while playing alongside Messi. When Brazilian super agent Andre Curie, who was involved in Neymar's move from Santos to Barcelona, was asked about Neymar's move to PSG, he also strongly agreed that that was the real reason. He also added, quote, "When Neymar arrived at Barcelona, I told them to put a €1 billion clause, but they ended up putting one of €190 million the first time. I asked them why it was so low, to which they replied that it couldn't be more than Leo's release clause, which was €250 million, implying that they already had their favorite." Neymar later revealed in interviews that he felt it was time for him to lead his own team. Luis Suarez, on the other hand, was more content with his supporting role and remained at Barcelona until 2020, when new coach Ronald Koeman informed him that he was no longer part of the club's plans. Throughout their time together, Messi was the undisputed leader of the MSN trio, not only because of his extraordinary talent, but also due to his long-standing position as the face of the club. Despite their immense contributions, Neymar and Suarez were often relegated to supporting roles, playing second fiddle to Messi. Others like Ousmane Dembélé, Philippe Coutinho, and Antoine Griezmann experienced similar struggles. Though factors like Dembélé's injuries affected their performances, they too found themselves overshadowed by Messi, much like their predecessors. It's worth noting that each of these players came with a price tag of over €100 million, signaling they were expected to be high-profile signings. But even they couldn't escape Messi's shadow. In 2021, as Barcelona grappled with La Liga's financial regulations, Messi's time at the club came to a forced end, leading to his departure to PSG. After 17 seasons in the first team and over a decade as Barcelona's undisputed leader, Messi's era in Catalonia was over. This video is made in good spirit, aiming to highlight how some great players were underappreciated simply because they played alongside Messi. Thanks for watching.